Okay. And so another time, this is kind of fun. Um, Another time, a friend had invited me to come to her mom's funeral. And so don't invite me to come to your mom's funeral. I don't want to come. I'm not coming to funerals. I don't want a funeral ministry. But I'm just saying, she invited me to come to her mom's funeral, and I didn't know the mom, I didn't know the family, I didn't know anyone. All I knew her and I knew her husband, and
Mhm.
she invited me to go, so I went. And I was sitting at the funeral, and people were crying, and there was a lot of people that got up and they were saying things, about the lady that was in the coffin up front. And she sounded like a really sweet lady. And then all of a sudden, a young man gets up and walks up to the microphone, and he starts singing. And all of a sudden, I see off in the corner of this funeral home a commotion going on, kind of like behind the wall, and which I thought was kind of weird, number one. So I looked, and the wall had disappeared, and I saw Jesus standing there with the lady that was in the casket.
Wow.
And she comes walking up full of life, full of joy. She looks so much better than what she does in the coffin, in the casket.
Thank
I
the
mean,
Lord. Yeah.
yeah, she looks so much younger. She was beautiful. And she walks up to the young man that is singing, and he is having a hard time singing because he has dedicated this song to grandma.
Mhm.
And she comes up and she puts her arm around her grandson and begins singing with him. And she is just singing up a storm. And I thought, how, if he only knew that grandma was standing right beside him, he wouldn't have such a hard time singing, because she was just loving it. She was just so proud of him. And then the song was over. And then a little bit later on, I saw up in heaven that she was sitting, the same lady was sitting at a piano, big, beautiful piano, and she's playing. And everyone's crying at the funeral, and everybody is sad, and everybody is grieving. And I see her in heaven, and she's at this piano, and she is playing, and she is happy, and she is healthy, and she's playing When the Saints Come Marching In. And I thought, well, that's a great song, you
Yeah.
know. And so I told my friend later what I saw, and she said that the boy that I saw her come up and sing with, she said that grandma loved him. And
Mhm.
she was so proud of him that he was singing. And she said that she loved all of her grandkids, but she really loved him
Mhm.
because I don't know, maybe because he was singing.
Yeah.
But and so I asked her, I said, does she play the piano? And she said, no, but she always wanted to.
Oh, okay.
And I said, well, I saw her in heaven playing the piano, playing When the Saints Come Marching In. And she said, oh, that was one of her favorite
Oh,
songs.
no way.
And
That's
I'm like,
crazy.
whoo, that's good.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because that's what she was playing. And so if you're love, I just wanted to tell the people that were grieving, that was so gripped with this fear, she's in heaven and she's playing the piano and she's happy and she's full of life. You don't have to grieve, don't let this grief get a hold of you
Mhm.
and, and weigh you down, because they're happy. And then